What makes someone move from the Golden State to the Lone Star State? The economy, stupid. California's hurting, and that is causing thousands to relocate, including our next guest. Chuck DeVore is with us. He spent 6 years as state assemblyman of California, and he picked up and left because he's had it with the current business climate and living style. Chuck, welcome. What made you do it?
Well, very simple, jobs. California has been taxing so much and regulating so much and suing so much that they've been driving jobs out of the state. And Texas is a completely different place. It's a place where they honor freedom and hard work.
They do, but for a state legislature to pick up and leave is unusual, but not if they listen to you, Chuck, because you've been talking about this to the people of California. You said, why don't we be more like Texas? And it got on a lot of people's nerves.
Well, I did. I was the vice chairman of the Revenue and Taxation Committee. I was on the Budget Committee in California. And when you're on these sorts of committees, you pay a lot of attention to numbers. And if you look at the share of the economy that state and local government consumes in California and Texas, what you'll see is that in California, they take 46% more of your dollar for state and local government. And what do they spend it on? In California, we've got 1/3 of all the nation's welfare recipients in California. In Texas, we've got about 1/10 of the people on welfare. It's a completely different attitude from one state to the other.
And Chuck, you picked up and left, but you're not alone. Texas population growth is through the roof. They've added in 3 years, from 2007 to 2010, 207,821 to their population, while California has lost 264,000 plus in that time. Aren't the people sending a message with their feet?
The people are, in fact, voting with their feet. And there's something else that these numbers don't show, which is that the cost of living in California is the 3rd highest in the country after Hawaii and New York. It's actually 42% more expensive to live in California than it is to live in Texas.
Now, you're now in Austin for 3 months. How's it going? What are you doing?
Well, I love it. I'm working for the Texas Public Policy Foundation, which is the country's premier conservative free market think tank. And that's, I think, one of the reasons why Texas is such a great place to live, is that they honor liberty, they honor hard work, and they understand that big government is often the enemy of liberty and hard work.
Right. And Chuck, you also said before you were an assemblyman, before you worked in state legislature, you worked in the aerospace industry, and that just picked up and left California.
It did. In 2011, the last major aerospace headquarters in California, Northrop Grumman, picked up and moved out of the state. And after I left the legislature, after I was termed out after 6 years, I looked around to get back into my old industry, and it was gone because in California, not only are there high taxes and burdensome regulations, but the energy costs are very high in California compared to everywhere else in the country.
Right. Chuck DeVore, good luck in Austin. We'll keep tabs on you. It'll be great to see how you chronicle the difference between the two states at this point in our economic current state. Chuck DeVore, thanks. Meanwhile, coming up.